As many of you are aware of, we are migrating our curriculum work onto a platform called Watermark, and this presentation is going to show you how to access the homepage of Watermark and where the forms are that we will be creating, submitting, reviewing, and approving. So the first thing you need to know is where to log into Watermark, and that URL is on this page right here. I also will have it posted in the portal and on Blackboard, as well as emailing this to you. Once you log into this Watermark homepage, you're going to see what you have on this slide right here. There's going to be 3 tabs at the left, and then another important one is the support portal. And I just wanted to mention that the sign-on for Watermark homepage are your Triton credentials. So your username and password for Triton is what will bring you to the Watermark homepage. Typically, once you log into the Watermark homepage the first time on a Triton computer or a computer you use at home for work, it will be automatically log you in going forward. So let me go over the 3 tabs on the left. You're going to see a home page, which will bring you to the page you're looking at right now, a curriculum management page, which is going to bring you to course forms, which were formerly called the course proposal page, as well as the curriculum proposal forms. And then the 3rd tab in line is the syllabus management. This will bring you to master syllabus, which we formerly called course outlines, as well as a sectional syllabus, which is the syllabus that you'll be sharing with your students. In the middle, you have a support portal. Your first bet, if you need help, is to email Susie or I. And if we can assist you, we'll probably reach out to Watermark with this email. And there's also webinars for you if you could spend a little bit of time if you're wanting more information on the Watermark and we're not available. So before we go to the live homepage, I want to go over the 3 tabs again and make sure you know that what the name of each form is. We have that homepage, and then we have a curriculum management page. This is where the curriculum proposals will be. New, revise, or delete curriculum proposals are located here. Course forms are located here. Again, new, revise, and delete. The course form holds information that was formerly held on what we called the course proposal page. This was the first page that would be attached to a course outline. It used to have 2 columns, one in the middle, one on the right. And it holds important information like the title of the course, credit hours, and information about the course description and so forth. Then we have the syllabus management. This tab will bring you to master syllabus, which are our current and formerly will be called course outlines. The master syllabus actually holds some information from the course form. Once it's entered into the course form, it can't be edited through the master syllabus, so it's just going to auto-populate like the course title, the course prefix number, credit hours, and things like that. And then all the other fields from the course outline that are in the current course outline, you could edit through the master syllabus. But I'll show you each of these on the video. And then we also have a sectional syllabus, and this is the syllabus that is handed out to the student with instructor information and assignments that correlate to the topics and topical learning outcomes. So I'm going to bring you to the live page now, and here we're at the home page of Watermark, and we have 3 tabs here: home, curriculum management, and syllabus management. You won't be able to see the catalog unless you're able to edit that. So that one most likely won't come up on your page. And then you see the support portal in the middle with email and webinars. So let's go to the curriculum management page. When you first enter this page, you're going to be at the curriculum dashboard. And this is going to show you any course that you are able to edit, that you are able to review, or that you're able to approve. So if you're on the TRC or the curriculum committee and you need to approve things, review items, same thing, if you're a dean and you need to approve items before it moves to the curriculum committee, you are going to see those curriculum and courses on this curriculum dashboard. I would click into that, I would review the curriculum, and if ready, I would approve that. But I'm going to have a separate video on approvals. You'll see a tab for My Items, which are items that you created and submitted. And what's neat about this is it's going to tell you where it is in the workflow. So I submitted personal training certificate earlier in the day, and I approved it as a department chair, and now it's at the dean level. Once the dean approves it, that workflow will change to curriculum office, and it moves all the way through the workflow. From the curriculum office, it will go to the curriculum committee and TRC to review. If that's been passed, then it will be at the agenda planning and so forth, all the way through the Senate and board. And then archive proposals will be ones that have already been fully approved, and you can locate those under the archive proposal. So there's nothing here yet because we haven't started using that formally. So I'll just go back to the curriculum dashboard. And now if I wanted to create a new course, or if I wanted to revise a course, create new curriculum, revise curriculum, or delete any of the above, I would go to the 6 links that are at the top. We have a new course form, delete course form, and revise course form. Again, that's the course proposal page with important items like the prefix, number, title, credits, items that are shown in the catalog actually for each course. And then you'll have your curriculum forms, which are your curriculum proposal pages, whether you want to revise a curriculum, new curriculum, or inactivate or delete curriculum. You're going to have to spend some time going through these. It is pretty self-explanatory once you're logged in. I clicked revise course form, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm just going to pick a class that I'm familiar with. It's pretty self-explanatory when you get in here. So if I wanted to revise a course, some of this information is auto-populated from the catalog. Okay. Now you could change items. If you wanted to change the course description, you have your toolbox right here to do so. If you want to delete something, strike it out. If you want to add something new, you can add new information. Okay, some of the fields in Watermark that are required will have a little red mark with an asterisk. You have to fill that in order for it to be submitted. If you try to submit it without it filled in, it won't take in Watermark. Other fields may not necessarily be required, and then you could still submit through that realm. So you're going to make the revisions on the information that's stored in the catalog that was on our course proposal page that we used to use. And you can enter effective date, the category that the course is, whether it's a gen ed or elective, credit hours. You see credit minimum, maximum, lecture hours, lab hours, clinical lab hour, internship. If you want any prerequisites, if not, you could hit none. If you do want a prerequisite, it's pretty cool. You could select the course that you want as a prerequisite and then add that. If it's a new course, you could type in the new course for that. Actually, I think it's going to, if you have a new course, you may need to create that first and then auto-populate it this way. So the fields are pretty self-explanatory. Anywhere you could click on a tab or checkbox, if it's variable, repeatable, or there's text boxes for you to type in. Now, we revised all the course learning outcomes last year through assessment work. All of the course learning outcomes will need to be input into the course forms this semester. So you should have them saved probably on your computer, or they're in the assessment platform. You're going to copy and paste those into the course learning outcomes. So each course does not have these right now because, as you remember, we just revised them last year. General ed learning outcomes. This is actually going to auto-populate from the catalog when Susie is finished working on that. Otherwise, if you see that it is blank, feel free to click which gen ed learning outcomes are in that. If you have any program dependencies, you could list them here. Rationale, this is a required field. You have to type in the rationale for every form you submit to curriculum. This process really isn't new, but some people did omit that when they submitted courses or curriculum in the past. So for the rationale, we need to know what you did, why you did that, and then evidence from a program advisory board or from another university or from some form that accreditation that this was necessary to do. And then if needed, you could attach a file. That's not required, but the text rationale is required. Should this go to ICCB or accreditation? If you're not sure, Susie will fill that in. And then you're going to type in the department chair and the dean. So that is for a course form. If you click on a new course form, Okay, nothing is going to pull up because it's brand new. So you're going to enter all the information for new courses. And then to delete course form, same thing. You're going to pick a number. Once you save everything, once you fill everything out, whether you're doing new, revise, or delete, you're going to save it and then submit. The curriculum forms, same thing, new, delete, or revise. And I'm going to show you what this looks like again. Just so you know, the arts and science programs are the degrees held within arts and science. The applied science programs are what it's typically called, the applied science, but you're also going to find all the certificates under applied science. Now, some of these certificates, like I know personal training is actually in the arts and science department, but for Watermark purposes, just know that the certificates are all held in the applied science tab. We'll pull up a curriculum. The department is required. Again, you can make revisions right here. If you want to change the title, click the area study it is, pathway. And the information that you're seeing that is auto-populating on here is directly from the catalog. If you want a stackable degree, so for the personal training program, that one stacks up into health, sport, and exercise science. You can also create a stackable certificate, which I could put in here. The sport conditioning is actually stackable up to the personal training. So you could list a certificate and or degree in this area. Some information is pretty self-explanatory: effective dates, years, curriculum description, that's pulling from the catalog. You're going to list the credit hours and the rationale in a text box format. And then what you'll see toward the bottom is a list of courses by semester. The program learning outcomes are pulled from the catalog. Those should all auto-populate. Unlike the course learning outcomes, which were just changed, you have to input all the course learning outcomes. The program outcomes were done a few years ago, and so those will auto-populate. And then you're going to see the list of courses by semester. What's neat here is you could delete one if you want to delete the course. If you want to move a course up and down in the semester, you want to delete a course, we could get rid of that. Now, all these things that I'm changing are going to save in a proposal. So we'll be able to review that. If you're a member of the curriculum committee or TRC, and you're wondering how you're going to find out what was changed, we could compare doc from an old course or curriculum to what was revised in a new one. When you are done, you're going to hit save and then submit. Okay, and as you can see here, there's actually a button for preview. So again, this is the home page of Watermark, and you should now know what forms are held under curriculum management. We'll go to the syllabus management next. Syllabus management will hold master syllabus and sectional syllabus. If you're creating a new master syllabus, a course that is basically new and is not at Triton, you will create new master syllabus. Now, all the courses at Triton should have been input into the Watermark system already. We had some individuals copying and pasting over the summer. They created a new master syllabus form for each course at Triton College. So these courses should already be in there for you. If you're creating a new course, you will click on this. If you're wanting to revise a course that has already been created, you're going to use the modify master syllabus form. These forms, the master syllabus forms, are what we formerly called the course outlines. And when I click on the master syllabus, modify master syllabus, the courses that are already copied and pasted are in here for you. The ones that are not completely approved from the copy and pasting we did over the summer are not going to appear yet. But when you return in the fall, these should all appear once they've gone through the initial approval process that Susie and I are working on, along with the individuals that are copying and pasting. So we did fully approve a few of them just to show you what this looks like. So this would be a course outline. We're now calling it master syllabus. And what you're going to see at first is you're going to see some information that's auto-populating from the catalog. This information comes from the catalog, and on a master syllabus form, it's not editable. Where you would need to change this is on those course forms, which was under the curriculum management page. This is the syllabus management page. So this information is going to auto-populate from those course forms, such as the name, the code, the number, course descriptions, credit hours. All the other fields that are on the course outline are now on this master syllabus, and you could edit and change. Again, you could change this information right here, the course number and description and all that, but it has to be done on a course form. All the other fields are changed and held on the master syllabus. So again, you'll see these fields, again, self-explanatory, what needs to be entered under what field. Something that each faculty member has to do for each course is you're going to need to click on the instructional strategies within a course. Now, if you remember late last spring, the instructional strategies changed, they were revised. And so none of the current course outlines have an instructional strategy that is accurate. For each course, someone's going to have to go in and click on the instructional strategy that is being utilized in that course. So this will not be done. Faculty members, when you're going in to check these master syllabus, you should also check that all the other fields were copied and pasted accurately. If they were not, then you're going to have to make those revisions. So for this particular one, it does not look like any recommended formative assessment was clicked. So you're going to click on that, and a drop-down box will pop up, and you can enter the percentages that is being utilized. Same goes for the summative assessment. You're going to click on the checkbox, and you're going to pop up, enter the percentages. Now, just so you know, the formative and summative assessment should all add up to 100% combined. So it's not 100% formative and 100% summative, but combined, the formative assessment, summative assessment needs to add up to 100%. Many of these were already done for you when the copying and pasting was done. You'll see some other fields that you may enter if needed. These are not mandatory, but if you would like to, if other requirements for the assessments, you can enter expected technical skills if needed. A lot of the courses you're going to have to check on indirect assessment tools. That was omitted on some of the course outlines, so they weren't able to copy and paste that over. Required textbook was copied and pasted. You can make edits if need be. You can have instructor notes. Let's say you have an open resource, or you have some other software you want them to use. Supplementary textbook if you want technology. Again, if these fields don't have that red required field, I'm looking for one. If it's not red required, you don't have to use them, but the rest you will. So we did the required textbook. The rationale needs to be entered. Again, a rationale is what you did, why you did it, and then evidence to support that from a program advisory board, universities, other community colleges, or accreditor. Attach files if needed. This was copied and pasted from the old course outline. Curriculum office, you don't have to worry about these. And then you see the topical outline. Now the topical outline was the last page of your course outlines, where it had the topics on the left column, how many credit hours were in the middle, and then the topical learning outcomes were on the right. So what you'll see, this is more in a linear fashion, where you have the topic, topical learning outcome, and then how many contact hours for that particular topic. So this could be a little lengthy depending on how many topics you've had. All the topics were copied and pasted over for you. Let me get to the bottom here. If I want to add a new one, I click Add New Topic. Okay, and the boxes will pop up. You add your topic, learning outcome, how many hours it is. You want to revise it. You can make changes, strike out what you don't want, add in what you do want. And then at the end, it tallies up you have to do this itself. It won't sum it by yourself. You have to actually add up all the lecture hour contact, lab hour contact, clinical lab hour contact, and input that here. So a lot of the information was copied and pasted over for you, but it's the faculty responsibility to check all these forms to make sure they're accurate. When you check them and you feel that they're done, you're going to save, and then you're going to submit that to your department chair. Click move to department chair. And when we submit this to a department chair, what's going to happen is emails will alert the next approver that they should go into their homepage of Watermark and which will be here, a homepage of Watermark on the syllabus dashboard, and then the approver will see what they need to look through and needs their approval. So Susie and I are approvers for everything, so we're going to see all the coursework that has been submitted, but as a dean, you're only going to see the courses. Well, I do believe you're going to see all the courses, but you only have to go in and approve those that are under your division. If you're in the curriculum committee or the technical review committee, you'll see the courses here on your syllabus dashboard that you need to approve as well. And briefly, I want to show you the sectional syllabus. If you have never used the syllabus, this is the sectional syllabus, is the one you're handing to the students. If you've never used it before, you're going to create a new one. The cool thing is once you create the new one, it's going to store in the system. And then if you want to use it the following semester or the following year, all you need to do is modify that and change the dates. So if we wanted to create a new sectional syllabus, we're going to select the course we want to create it for. Again, the only courses that are popping up right now are the ones that fully have been approved over the summer from the copy and pasting. By the time you get back in the fall, you're going to see a more lengthy list. So if we wanted to create a new syllabus, what we'll see is a lot of the information is auto-populating from the course form. Remember, the course form was on curriculum management page. You're going to see some fields that you can enter. What section it is, what semester we're in, what year, delivery method, meeting location, instructor information. All of the stuff that is mandated by Board Policy 6080 will be in here as a required field. If it's not a required field, it's optional for you to input. The required textbook is being actually auto-populated from your master syllabus. So some of this information will auto-populate for you. If you want them to use any particular technology or other resources, you're going to have to enter last date for withdrawal. That is required, and graduation petition deadline is required. Here you're going to see your grading criteria, grading scale, and the cool thing about this is if you can, you can enter a table. Some of us like to do it in the past, so grading criteria, we can say 25% of your grade is discussions and so forth. And then grading scale, same thing. If you'd like, you could enter a table. You could change the table, but an A maybe is 90 plus and so forth. Grading and feedback, final exam date. Rubrics, if you'd like to enter a table, I do use a lot of rubrics in tables for each assignment, like how the discussions are graded, how a paper may be graded, what you're objectively looking for as a faculty member. You could certainly type it in as text, but you can also add a table. And assignments for topical outline is the last thing. The topics and the topical learning outcomes will auto-populate from your master syllabus. And what you have there is then what week, class assignments that might correlate with this topic. So you can say, read chapter, take quiz, write paper, whatever it may be. And then the due date for the assignment. And you'll see every topic and topical learning outcome is populating on the syllabus. The instructors have the academic freedom to add whatever class assignment or activity they choose to. Due dates, these could be switched. It doesn't have to be in this particular order as well. So we could change when the topics are being presented. Moving things up and down could be done so here. And let me see at the bottom here. Once all the assignments are entered for your topics, there's a few more fields. Classroom behavioral, attendance policy, late work policy, missed assignment policy. Any faculty expectations? Now, what will happen on the sectional syllabus, the things mandated by board policy 6080, I believe, are the uh, academic policy and the CAS policy are going to auto-populate. Um, but if you would like the optional ones, such as Academic Success Center or counseling or advising, you could click that. Those are optional. The ones I'm thinking of, I believe, that are mandated are definitely the CAS policy, and then I think it's another academic policy that will auto-populate on your sectional syllabus. So let's go back to this syllabus management homepage. And again, you're going to see the master syllabus at top, sectional syllabus here, curriculum management page. You're going to see your course forms and curriculum forms. And then we have our homepage. Your best bet, honestly, is you have to go in and look through things. We're going to have some sessions where you can ask questions after trainings. And email Susie or I if you have any particular questions. It will take a little bit of a learning curve to know where the forms are located. And once we have the courses and curriculum fully approved, and one thing I want you to know is there is an option to save it as a PDF to your computer. I do believe as a Word document as well. And you can also pull that up, what a final syllabus would look like at the end of it as well. You could print them out, and that is the curriculum Watermark homepage for submitters. I'm going to create a separate video for reviewers and approvers, excuse me. So let us know if you have any particular questions.